What is up, guys? Happy Friday. Today, we're going to go ahead and continue with backtesting Friday. So let's go ahead and take a look at, in my opinion, the trade of the week with the USD pairs. So let's go ahead and break this down. Let's delete some stuff real quick, right? Let's go ahead and break this up real quick. We can leave that for now. Let's go to the higher time frame, guys. Notice anytime a person hops on the chart, they're mainly on the 1 hour, possibly even a lower time frame, right? And this is all that we're seeing. So what I like to do is I like to jump up to the monthly, sometimes even the weekly, just to see some possible rejection points, right? Because obviously we can see here, let's just delete some stuff. Yeah, it looks a little better. Looks better. All right. Right, we can see here that the market was, or it is, right? It is bullish. Like the market is in that uptrend, and it looks like it is flowing very, very heavy, right? So what is it flowing to, right? So anytime that you see the market is flowing, whether upward or downward, right? We always want to go ahead, hop on a higher time frame, and look left, right? We need to hop on a higher time frame, zoom out, and look left. What is the market going up to? Let me actually resize my screen real quick, guys. That way, oops, I can go ahead and put up the chats. All right, guys. Cool. Right. So yeah, anytime the market is flowing upwards, I want to go to a higher time frame and look left to see what the market is flowing to. Right. So let's just go ahead and delete this stuff as well. Now let's go to the monthly time frame. Now we can see that the market on the monthly time frame is actually flowing downwards. Right. At this point in time, it is creating new lows. We have break of structure to the downside, break of structure to the downside. As of right now, this can be a retracement, right? The market could be going higher just to continue down lower in the future, right? Now, that's fine. But now, if this is my break of structure to the downside, this is my change of direction to the upside, right? So, in essence, major swings will be happening once the market goes and breaks structure to the upside. Once we get this, then we know we can start looking for some more bigger buys, right? But all this takes time. So as of right now, the market is continuing to buy in this area, which means if we want to go ahead and ride this trend, we can, but at some point it might stop in this area and start heading downwards, right? So we have to be aware of that, right? I'm not saying you can't take any buys as the market is flowing up. If the market's going to give you opportunities, take the opportunities, but also know where you are in the market, right? Now, if I zoom in here, let's just zoom in this area. Now, based off of structure, this is my highest point right here. That's my highest point, which means this is my previous break of structure to the upside. Give me a 5 if that makes sense. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And if we look at the structure, right, this would be my starting point to the upside. The market did respect it. It did come inside, and it did give you a push up. It just didn't continue to the upside. That's what we wanted, right? We wanted to see if we can continue to the upside. It failed, and we started to head downwards. So with that being said, that would be my change of character right here. Okay, so if we're looking at this, this is my change of direction to the downside. This is my massive breakout rally, right? This is the breakout rally. 1, 2, 3, 4 gray candles. My 4 selling candles. My last buying candle is right here. So let's go ahead. We'll mark this up as my starting point. Awesome. So now I have a possible rejection point. Now the market has already came in there, and it's obviously rejection. So we just have to see what's cooking, right? But let's go to a lower time frame and see if we can minimize this zone. I see we can shrink it up right here a little bit. A little bit. Awesome. So let's go ahead. We'll hop back on this side. Now, if the market wants to go ahead and continue to the upside, guys, right? Let's go ahead and hop in that higher time frame real quick one more time. Okay. If the market wants to continue higher, let's peep the structure. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay. Where do I get my break of structure to the upside? Right here. That's my BOS. Give me a 2 if you guys are with me right now. Awesome. Let's go. So if this is my breakout rally to the upside, my 2 candle breakout rally, my starting point on the weekly time frame is here to continue buys. As of right now, the market did its job to sell, and we're on the weekly time frame. So this is a lot of pips, right? We're already covering 150 pips. So like you're already good, right? You should, that's a good amount of pips to make some bags. Now we're looking to see if the market can drop down and possibly give us a rejection to continue higher, right? Especially if the market wants to continue bullish in this area. This looks fairly strong, right? Fairly strong. So this would be my personal next continuation to the upside right here. Especially with everything flowing right here, we can drop down and take a look at structure. But even on this daily time frame, this looks pretty good, pretty solid, and we can minimize a little bit. The starting point now is this candle, so now we can have a better entry. Now let's take a look at structure inside of here, right? Because we always want to cover the head and shoulder inside of here. If the market doesn't give us the right shoulder, the market could go lower, a bit lower than this, right? So let's just cover the structure. We know that we're going to the upside, right? We know that. So this would be my break of structure to the upside right here. BOS. Now, my starting point there is here. So notice my higher high was created. My higher low came right into my starting point. This was the very next buy opportunity to continue shifting that market higher. Give me a 1 if that makes sense. And everything is looking clean. The structure is clean right there, guys. Like you can't get any cleaner than this, honestly. A simple higher high, slight pullback, breakout rally to the upside. That's clean structure. That's clean structure. Break a structure, right? We locate the breakout rally, identify my last buying, my last selling candle. The last selling candle will be my entry to continue buys, right? Now let's take a look. As the market is heading down, what should I be doing, guys? As the market is making its way down to my buy zone, what should I be doing for extra confirmation? My break of structures, and I adjust. Yes. Let's go. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's play this out. We got to break a structure to the downside. Awesome. So now my change of direction would be here. So now check this out, guys. If the market wants to go ahead and continue, we would have my left shoulder, my neckline, the head, change of direction. Let's start looking for buy opportunities and continue with the bullishness. But if that doesn't happen, we continue to wait, okay? So let's see, is it going to continue to the upside or is it going to continue to the downside? Continue to the downside. Let's go ahead and adjust our lines. Same rules apply. If the market is ready, I want to see my left shoulder, my neckline, the head. I want to see this change of direction. As soon as we see this, we can now start looking for buy opportunities. If that does not happen, we wait. We get one more. Boom. Awesome. Nice break of structure to the downside. My change of direction line would be here now. Okay. Now let's take a look. Boom. We get the change of direction. That's perfect. This was the first entry. Now, as soon as we get this, now we're looking for our second opportunity. Guys, this is how you properly stack while the market is flowing. You don't just continue to drop buy in the same area. You properly stack as the market is continuing to go your direction, right? So now that we have this change of direction here, my next starting point would be right in this area. Boom. Now let's take a look. Let's see if we can get that. Not only that, my right shoulder is here. My left shoulder, I'm sorry. Yeah, the bread and butter, bro. I'm telling you, this is cake. Left shoulder literally overlaps right with my starting point. So let's see if we can get that entry. Boom. That's fire. So that was taken, right? We're not worried about that. That's a fire movement. That's how you stack, guys. You properly take your position here. You wait for your confirmation, which is the change of direction. And then you're allowed to go ahead and stack one more time as the market continues to go your direction. Okay, cool. So now this is what I'm seeing structure-wise. Notice this. Liquidity sweep. And I'm just going to go ahead and move this because then it'll start getting kind of cluttered, right? So let's go ahead and move this over. This is my new left shoulder. And my starting point is now here. Because notice how this is my breakout. My starting point is now right there. Those are my two buy opportunities to continue going higher. Let's see which one is respected. Cool. The starting point was respected. That's totally fine, right? So now I know this is no longer usable. I'm waiting for this one right here. Give me a 2 if that makes sense. Give me a 2 if that makes sense. I just followed structure all the way up to identify which zones are still relevant and which zones are not, right? Once we identified our starting point here, this one was taken. Market literally came in once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So you didn't get in, too bad. We gone. We gone. See ya. Catch the next one. You're like, all right, bet. I already know that one's not going to be used again. I'm going to catch the next one right here. Right? So now let's go ahead and take a look. Let's continue. Oh, I missed this. Let's go back real quick. Let's continue. Awesome. So we get another shift and we get a break of structure to the upside here. Guys, look at the structure. It's just continuing to follow the structure. I don't trade EURUSD that often. It's not my favorite pair. But I was liking the structure when I was looking at this. I ain't gonna lie. Easy break of structure to the upside. My starting point for that, we'll just use this box, is right here. This is my last selling candle before my bullish breakout, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 buy candles. My last selling candle is right here. This is the next buy opportunity. If the market disrespects this, I'll be looking to take buys here. So let's take a look. Awesome. Market came right back in, and it's just respecting, guys. These are entry opportunities. Give me a 5 if this is making sense. And if you have a question, give me a question mark. Or if you're confused, give me a question mark. Awesome. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Blast this link out. We're cooking today. We're cooking today, and we just started. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey, starting points. Don't sleep on the starting points. I know we love our smart money entries and our head and shoulder entries, but do not sleep on the starting points. I'm telling you, save the head and shoulders and the smart money entries. Save those for the back end. It'll come back for those. It'll come back for those. These starting points are trend continuations. They're looking to continue the trend as of right now. Okay. Set your alarm for these shoulder zones. Okay. So now check this out. Let's just adjust. We'll just move this one here. Obviously, we know that this breaker structure here ties along with this one, but I'm just going to move it for a visual purpose. Right? I know the starting point is no longer usable because it's been used. My next starting point is this one right here. Let me just double check because that little candle right there is looking pretty shady. All right, that's a blue candle. Blue candle. So this big gray candle is my starting point. Awesome. Awesome. You caught that? Crazy movement. Crazy movement. Now take a look. Because the market is hitting a specific sell zone, guys, it doesn't always mean that I'm ready to take sales right now. Right? I've learned that sometimes when you try to play too aggressive, you end up being the first one in, obviously, but then the market ends up taking you out and then goes your way. So I've learned to be patient, right? Now, let's go ahead. And again, because the dollar is dropping, I'm personally I'm going to continue to look for EURUSD to continue buying. So just because I have a possible sell zone here, you don't have to look for sales, right? This is just confirmation that the market is obviously doing what you want. And now it's heading back to your next buy zone. So you never really have to participate in here if you don't choose to. You can if it gives you opportunities, but you don't have to if you don't want, because you know you're looking to continue with the trend. You're looking to continue with that current and flow that market up higher, right? So let's take a look. And that's the one thing that you have to develop. Like, that was so hard for me, like knowing that was a possible sell zone, but I didn't have to take it to preserve capital just in case I do take a loss as the market is aggressively buying, right? So that's just something that you have to backtest and see and understand that sometimes waiting helps you stop taking unnecessary losses, right? Sometimes playing too aggressive, it helps it, sometimes playing too aggressive, it gives you unnecessary losses. And at the end of the day, we all want to preserve capital, as much capital as possible, right? And that's obviously how we get better. If we know we're taking dumb losses, being too aggressive or over leveraging slightly, or taking 2 or 3 trades in the same area, like those are dumb losses that we can minimize. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead. Cool. Now the market is in that zone now. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop down to the lower time frame. I know I want to. What's up? Who has a question? Okay. So let's go ahead and drop down. I know that I want possible buys here. Now let's take a look and see if the market does give possible sell opportunities. Right. Now let's take a look. Let's drop down, get tighter. Get tighter. So as of right now, this is my closest breakage structure, right? This is my highest point. That's the highest point right now. This is my previous breakage structure, the closest breakage structure to my highest point, which means this is my change of direction. If the market changes direction, which it does slightly, right? Not the cleanest. I would have liked it to hang out for a little bit, at least give me a double bottom. I like it when it at least gives me a little double bottom and then comes back for sales. I like that a bit more than just a sharp push down, because when the market's aggressively selling or buying, when the market's aggressively buying, what happens is the market will give you something that looks like a head and shoulder, sweep liquidity, and then it turns itself into an inverted head and shoulder and continues buying, right? So because of that, I tend to stay a bit more patient and wait for at least a double bottom or a little bit of trendline liquidity. And then I like to go ahead and look for sales. That's the first rule of trading, capital preservation. Yes, it looks like that's what it's going to happen. Yeah, that's what it looks like, right? So let's go ahead and take a look. So as of right now, because it does give that, I am going to go ahead and mark it up as a change of direction. And guys, because it doesn't give me what I need, it's okay to not hop in yet. Like for something like this, the market's aggressively buying. It doesn't give the cleanest structure. For me, this would be like a B plus setup, right? An A plus setup would definitely, I would like to see consolidation hang out a bit more. And then to give me an opportunity. But you don't always have to take the first setup. If the market does respect, let's go. If the market does respect and give me my breaker structure, then this would give me more confirmation the market wants to sell. I don't mind missing the first sell opportunity to catch the second opportunity, right? And that's okay, right? That's okay, especially when you want to go ahead and have more confidence in the setup. Like something like this, I've seen work for sure. But for me, I feel a lot more confident when the market's heavily bullish and I see that the market gives me a little bit of consolidation and then comes to grab that. I'm more, again, this is something that I've seen myself do back testing. I feel more confidence in the setup and taking the opportunity when I see a bit more consolidation for myself, right? And obviously by doing that, I don't take unnecessary losses. I preserve a bit more capital, and now I'm confident in what I'm seeing, right? So let's take a look if it actually goes higher or if it continues to the downside. Boom. So look, it did respect, right? It did respect, which is great. I like that. That's awesome, right? So now let's go to the 4-hour time frame, just so I can clear up some noise. I see I have a break of structure here to the downside. My last selling candle would be here. This is my starting point. If you are somebody who wants to start participating now, that is an area you can start participating in. If you're not looking to counter trend, then you don't have to participate. Give me a 10 if that makes sense. If you're someone who likes to counter trend, that's fine. Find high probability zones. Go up to a higher time frame, clear up some noise. Look at lower time frame, very, very choppy, very choppy, very choppy, right? Go up to a higher time frame, find structure, clear up some noise. And if you choose to participate, then go ahead and participate. But if you don't like to counter trend and you want to go ahead and just wait for the buys, then it's your choice, right? It's all preference. Now let's take a look. Market comes right into that starting point, holds it down, and then the market continues to drop. Buyer opportunities. Buyer opportunities, guys. Mama, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I know you're seeing some fire movement right here. I know you're seeing some fire movement right here. Again, a break of structure to the downside. Let's see. Oh, it already grabbed it. It already grabbed it. My last selling candle. Now let's take a look. Continued to the downside. Guys, structure is respecting right now. Structure is respecting right now, which is fire, right? But now look, we also have to take into consideration, yes, market structure is respecting right now. Yes, you're right. We can all see it. But if we just take a step back and we delete some things, what does this look like, guys? If you can see it, go ahead and draw it on my chart. Yes, we do have liquidity, which is a good thing when the market wants to go higher, right? Because sooner or later, it doesn't matter how low this goes, market can continue to go lower. And sooner or later, the market will take out this liquidity. So as one, we know the market's bullish, which is great. It's leaving liquidity to continue to the upside, which is great. right? And we already have our buy opportunities locked and loaded, which is fire. Market's giving counter trend opportunities. Awesome. Let's go ahead. We know everything that the market is doing right now. At the moment, this is the last selling candle. I'm sorry, the last buying candle. This is my starting point. This is the next best counter trend opportunity. And if the market disrespects, then we go higher, right? This is my BOS at the downside. This is my change of direction for buy opportunities. Let's just delete this for the visual purpose. So now this is what's going down. This would be my left shoulder, my neckline, my head. If we change direction, we're now in buy opportunities. Give me a 2 if this makes sense. If we can get a change of direction, we're now looking for some buy opportunities. So we can go ahead and shift that market and continue with the bullishness. But if the market does not continue to the upside, the market can still continue down, right? Which, hey, I'm not opposed, right? I'm not opposed. I want to continue looking for some massive swings in this area so we can go ahead and continue with the bullishness, right? The lower the market goes, the better for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, and this is how you think about it, right? If the market stopped and made that U-turn here, the lower it goes for the swing, it's going to have to recoup this whole movement and sooner or later take this out. So it's a better investment opportunity for us. Give me a 1 if that makes sense, right? Let's say the market changes direction here. Well, okay, we get the opportunity, but now it already took it out. So now we have to wait for the next play. You know what I'm saying? We have to wait for the retracement and then continue. But the lower it goes, the better for us. So let's go ahead. Let's see what happens with this area. Okay, so now look, this is a great example. This is a great example. Check me out, guys. We know that this is the higher time frame sell opportunity, right? Give me a 2 if we're all together right now. We're all looking for sales in this area based off of higher time frame, break of structure, starting points. We all know this is the counter trend. So if we take a loss, we shouldn't be fooled, right? If we take a loss counter trending the sell, we shouldn't be fooled. Why? Because we were counter trending. We were swimming against the current, right? But now look, this is the thing. As the market is going to my sell zone, what should I be doing, guys? What should I be doing as the market is going up to my sell zone? Marking up
adjusting BOS, change of direction.
Yes. So let's go ahead. Awesome. We got to break a structure here. Now you're good. My break a structure. So now look, this is my change of direction. Need change of direction for sell opportunities. Now again, somebody is looking to buy here. That's okay. Somebody could buy. It's giving a buy opportunity. I get it, right? It's obviously continuing to buy up to my sell zone. So, you know, there's only 2 things you could do in the market, buy and sell. So if somebody can get this buy opportunity and take it to my sell, that's fine. I'm not worried about it, right? But now let's see. Is this buy zone going to shoot price higher to my sell, or is the market going to disrespect? And now we're looking for sell opportunities. Boom. The market disrespected. And that's what we wanted in essence, right? We want to continue the market dropping so it can go lower to my buy zone. Let's see. Change of direction, right? So now look, we have 2 setups. Neither are wrong. We have a breakout rally. My starting point to sell is right here. My shoulder to sell is right here. I don't know, Etney. I know you trade smart money, girl, but this kind of looks like a head and shoulder setup, bro. Would you agree, Etney? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. Is Etney on the call right now? Let me see. Ain't no way. What? The one time she's not on. That's funny. That's funny. But anyways, so this was the idea that Long called out, I believe. I think this is it right here. This looks very, very familiar. So we know. Oh, did the market take the 1 hour setup? Oh shit. Didn't even notice that. I was too focused on a 4 hour time frame. So let's adjust, right? Just so you guys can see this, right? I was focused on the 4 hour starting point because I wanted to clear up noise. But as we drop down to the 1 hour, it looks like the market took the 1 hour setup, which is pretty fire. It is what it is. It happens, right? It happens. So that makes this even better, right? We know that this is the counter trend area to sell. It respected the 1 hour starting point, and we got everything we needed, right? Yeah, that's the confirmation that we needed. Whoever was looking to sell here was obviously correct. They're in profit. Fire, congrats to them. It was probably so, right? Because she's a market mover. And then boom, gave me the confirmation that I needed, that Long needed. He sent in the play. And now everybody's looking to take some sales in this area. Minimum 1 to 3. Risk to award. Let's take a look. We can delete this for the visual purpose. Let's go ahead.
You guys gonna ride anywhere? Because I'm about to leave. I don't know. Go ahead, put your stuff on.
Let's go ahead. Let's see. Okay, the market is that equal lows? No, the market took it out, but that's okay. So now I want to go ahead and attack this because this is where the market made that U-turn, right? As soon as the market comes down and makes that U-turn, I want to target this. As soon as the market makes that U-turn to pick us up, if it gives me the entry, I want to target this low. Give me a 5 if this makes sense. Wouldn't this one be a SP2? You're talking about with this one right here, Juan? Oh, yes. Yes, it would. That one just ended up getting clapped. But that's how you run your risk to award, right? That's how you run your risk to award. You take one loss. Somebody took a loss here because you took the first opportunity. This was the second opportunity in the structure, right? So you take one loss. And let's just cover that real quick before we go over here. Right? When it comes to risk to reward, and this is why I love trading, guys, because I played baseball my whole life, literally from like 4 years old to like a year into college, right? Why I love trading so much. Everything's about risk to reward. If I take 10 trades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. 10 trades right here, right? Let's see. Oops. Ten trades, right? Guys, out of 10 trades, do you know how many you're allowed to lose and still make money? 7. Out of 10 trades, I'm allowed to lose 7. So again, this is when we practice 1 to 3 risk to awards. And it's very important that we stick to 1 to 3 risk to awards. I'm going to just shrink this up for the visual purpose. Now let's make that a little bigger. My bad. Right, 1 to 3. Right, 1 to 3 risk to award. which means if I'm risking $10, I want to at least gain 30. So if I take, come on, if I take one loss, that's an L, 2L, 3L, 4L, 5L. You're like, dang, this dude Vinny sucks. 6L, 7L, right? I just took 7 L's back to back to back, right? Again, emotionally, how are you going to be? How are you going to feel, guys? Taking 7 L's back to back to back to back to back. You ain't going to feel like him. You ain't going to feel like Timothy. You ain't going to feel like you the shit. I promise you. You take 7 L's back to back, you'll probably think like, bro, can I really do this for real? Like, what the heck? Right? But that's, you guys just got to stay grounded. If you're taking high quality setups and you're waiting for everything that you need to see, it's okay. You're just paying your investment tax right there, right? If you continue to take this setup with confidence and you take 3 dubs, oh yeah, we for sure got pimp slapped. Dub, right? This was down 1%, down 2%, down 3%, down 4%, down 5%, down 6%, down 7%, guys. I took 7 trades, took 7 losses, all at 1%. I'm down 7%.
Jason,
Now, the last 3 trades were all won at 3%. 3, 6, and 9. 9 minus 3 is 2. I'm up plus 2%. Does that make sense, guys? Using a 1 to 3 risk to reward rule, I'm allowed to take 7 losses out of 10 trades. But knowing that, why are you still getting emotional? Why are you still getting emotional after the first 2 losses, knowing damn well you still have 8 more to go? You know what I mean? Stop getting emotional. Worry about your 10 trade cycle. Worry about the 10 trade cycle rather than your first 2 losses. We don't care about the first 2 losses. If we take 10 losses in a row, then we're like, all right, something, we got to get back to the books. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right. I gotta go ahead and lock back in. I'm missing something, right? But if you're still ending up with plus 2% after your 10 trade cycle, like, bro, you're fine. You're fine. Imagine doing that every week for a month, right? You're up first week, you're up 2%. Second week, you're up 2%. Third week, you're up 2%. Fourth week, you're up 2%. 2, 4, 6, 8. In 1 month, you're up 8%. And and again, thank you, Juan. This is the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario. Now imagine doing this for a whole year, right? What's 8 times 12? 96%. You're up 96% for the year. And again, this is worst case scenario. You're literally like not the best trader technically, but you're still up 96%. Does this make sense, guys? Very important. Understanding risk to reward is very important. Not only for your account, guys, but for your psychology. Because everybody gets emotional after 1 or 2 losses. But when you understand, hey, I just took 1 loss at 1%. Okay, cool. My second trade, I just came back up. I just came up. If I took this where I should be, and I smack TP, which I did, I'm up 6% on this trade. So technically I'm up 5, right? I'm down 1. I came up 6. I'm up 5. Bro, stop worrying about the loss. Stop worrying about the loss, guys. And then look, the next one comes into play. Let's take a look and see what happens here. Oh, we can delete this too for the visual. Guys, who is seeing what I'm seeing right now? Mark it up if you can see it. Let's go. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. The one that I see right here is the equal low, the trend line liquidity. Whoever wrote this, if y'all can delete that, that'd be great. Thank you. Right. So look at liquidity is being built up right now. Market is moving sideways. This is what I like to see when I'm looking for setups right here. Right. Incentive. There's people selling in this area, which gives the banks incentive to sweep them. Come pick me up. And because there's liquidity sitting down here, there's incentive for the market to go lower and take me out in profit. Give me a 3 if that makes sense. Let's go. Let's go. Let's take a look. Boom. Check me out. Market swept the south side liquidity. Check it out. Boom. Guys, Long, I know you went on the call, my boy, but you gave the homie a bag. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Took out liquidity. Awesome. But now look at the market's still cooking, guys. Let's erase and stay fresh. What can you guys see? We know that everything inside of here has already been taken. That's good. Now we need to stay fresh with structure. What can you guys see? Right? What can you guys see? Let's go. Who drew that? I didn't see the name, but that's great.
Me.
Is that it? I don't know who me is, bro. Oh, so let's go. Let's go. Gotta show out for mama. Let's go. But that's facts, right? We have liquidity. Consolidation, liquidity sweep, change of direction. That looks like a pretty nasty head and shoulder. I like that. Bracket structure to the upside, change of direction if you are looking at it with the head and shoulder point of view. We also have a nasty breakout rally. So my starting point on the 1 hour would be here. My shoulder would be here. I'm going to jump up to the 4 hour just to refine and possibly thicken it up. Let's go to the 2 hour, see if we can minimize the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, this whole thing is the starting point right here. So that's just something to keep in mind, right? If the market comes up, and again, we should be marking up the breaker structures as the market is coming to our sell, right? If we barely missed my shoulder zone and it looks like this, it's because of the 4 hour starting point. And now we have to start looking to play this area here to shift the market down, right? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind on your charts. I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this to the 1 hour just for visual purpose. And then the dominant stop loss will be the high, right? And again, this isn't bad. You're like, wow, that's a big ass stop loss. But look, if this is the next sell zone to my buy, that's already a 1 to almost 6, 1 to 5.5, if that can hold and do its thing, right? Minimum, all we need is 1 to 3, which is pretty much damn near where it's at, right? So for me, this is the next play. Oh, did it stop like that for Friday? Oh my goodness. Guys, what can you guys see? This is how the week ended. What can you guys see? Draw it up on my chart for me. Let's go. I love good examples. Let's go, Kenny. Let's go. Market left liquidity. Let's go. Let's go, Joy. Let's go. Let's go. Market left liquidity, right? Which means there is incentive if the market can come up higher. and give us an opportunity, there is incentive to continue down. Joy, if you can delete that line, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. Right, so that's the next play I'm looking at right now. Right, so again, alerts are set. Make sure you have your alerts set, and we're just waiting. Guys, this is the thing, right? A lot of people want to participate inside of here. Give me a second. A lot of people want to go ahead and participate inside of here. They want to go ahead and zoom in and continue down and see if they can get opportunities inside here. And then they forget their higher time frame zone. So everything goes hand in hand. I'm not saying you can't, right? Because we could even see the market just gave you an opportunity to end the day. Very, very sus opportunity. Don't like that it didn't hold very much, but nonetheless, it does give an opportunity. And you should be at minimum 1-to-1. Pretty sus opportunity for sure. Oh, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. Right? But at the end of the day, guys, if you can identify liquidity, it is best that we do not participate. Just sit tight and wait. Question is that a buy setup? Where do you see it? Where do you see it? Mark it up for me. Are you talking about this one right here? I can see that. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I can see that. Right? It does look fairly clean though too. It's still cooking, right? That would be my breakage structure to the south side, and I would be waiting for my change of direction right here. Right, so now we're waiting. If you're looking to continue buys with inside of this, yeah, that would be it. You know, but let's take a look. Lower time frame. Let's go to the 1 hour. Was that the move of the day? Oh no. All right, let's go back up. But again, for me, I would rather not participate inside of here. I would rather just wait where I'm supposed to. Because yes, you could participate inside of here, and yes, it can possibly give you a move. But you have to understand that it's a scalp, guys. Lower the time frame, it's a scalp, because the market can push up, and then the market can just stay in the zone for a while, for another 2 more days. The market can give you a setup. The market can push up, and then it could just stay in its zone for a couple of days, right? So for me, I would rather just sit tight and just wait for a breakage structure to the downside or my zone up here. But that's for me, right? If you like to go ahead and dissect and be a nerd about that inside of liquidity, do your thing. But you have to understand where you are. If you are inside of liquidity, you have to understand that is not the highest probability area. You always have to look above or below. Now, since the market is going down, if the market is going down, liquidity is here, we have to look up. Now, if this was the opposite and the market was going up, since we spotted liquidity here, it's best we don't participate inside and look a bit lower for higher probability setups. Give me an 8 if that makes sense, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Let's see. I think Daniel dropped a markup. Let's see. Oh, shoot. I saw a question. I'm sorry, Joy, or Mr. Joy. I saw a question late, question mark late, bro. Bro, where is that link? Okay, there we go. Okay, it looks like he caught the counter trend. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. This is the 1 hour time frame. It looks like it is right here. Okay. So let's delete this. Let's delete this. Now notice this is how it looks on the 1 hour time frame, guys, right? So now let's jump up to the weekly and let's just take a look. Let's delete this. I haven't marked this up in a minute. So as of right now, the weekly time frame, my starting point was here or is here. Awesome. Now, this wasn't here yet. Let's drop back down to the 1 hour. That wasn't here yet. So let's go ahead. Where was right here? Yeah, that wasn't there yet. So let's go ahead. We'll go back up to the weekly. Okay, I guess it's just gonna keep it there. Now, we know that this is our buy zone. Now let's drop down the daily. Cool. We had a possible buy zone here. Now let's take a look. Let's drop down to the 4 hour time frame. So for me, since the metals are still bullish, I want to look for buys. I'm not really fully interested in counter trends, but let's take a look. One thing I'm looking at right now that just sticks out to me is this, because I'm looking for buys down here. But notice how we sweep liquidity in this area. We sweep liquidity. And then we change direction early right here. And then the market gives me my right shoulder and continues higher, right? So now, as I follow structure here, the market just gives me everything I need to see. As we drop down, let's take a look. Notice as the market is dropping down, guys, I need to be marking up my breaker structures. This would have been my breaker structure to the downside. This is my breaker structure to the downside. This is my change of direction. Happened here, right? Check me out. My left shoulder is now here. That's a snipe. That's good movement, right? That's good movement. Now let's take a look. Everything looks kind of cluttered, but I am seeing a break of structure here. Let's go up to the 4 hour time frame and see if we can eliminate some. It's giving me a starting point here, which isn't my favorite. Let's go to the daily. 8 hour. I'm liking this starting point a bit more. Still not my favorite. And I don't trade gold or silver to be completely honest with you. But let's go to the 4 hour time frame. It's not my favorite area at all. Let's go to the 1 hour. I probably most likely had picked this. This is the cleanest area in that zone, to be honest. It's just not my favorite. But let's go ahead. Now, this is the thing, right, guys? On higher time frame, this is a good buy zone. I mean, this is a daily starting point pretty much. If we break it down, we have a breakout here, right? BOS to the upside. So technically, this last selling candle, this whole candle is my starting point, right? Technically. So I'm trying to minimize as much as possible, but nothing's really clean. The 8 hours looks like the cleanest, to be honest. Let's drop down. Okay, now this is what his area was, right? He was looking to take some sells in this area. And it looks like it ended up working out for his zone. But if we're looking to continue structure and continue with the trend, everything looks fairly clean here. We have a breaking structure to the downside. And we have the change of direction. Now, guys, what happens as soon as we get that change of direction to the upside? What can you guys see? Let me zoom in for you guys. What can you guys see? Let's play it back. I will play it back for you guys, right? As soon as we get this change of direction, what happens? What starts to happen? What starts to happen here, guys? consolidation. Liquidity is being built up. They're giving us incentive to go higher. Thank you, Maria. You gave us the setup. Send me signals. I would appreciate it. Market gives me my left shoulder. Right? Now, guys, you're going to be looking at this and you're going to be thinking, we should have been in this buy. We should have been in this buy. Minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. We should have been in based off of structure. Now, let's take a look. Let's see if it takes us out before going up, because you know how, let me see. You know how the toxic pairs like to do it. Guys, we should have been in this move. We should have been in the move. If we follow with the trend, we have to be patient for our setup. We should have been in there. That is very, very clean. This structure is clean. This structure for a starting point, not so clean. But this right here, to continue with the bullishness, guys, daily time frame. Is the market selling or is it buying? We can easily see the market has been buying, right? So even when we are intraday, personally, when we're intraday and the market's still looking like this, I'm not looking for sales. I still want to look for buys, right? Personally, for me. Now, I mean, that right there, guys, very, very clean. Very, very clean. So I'm not sure it did end up hitting TP. Awesome. So I was going to say, if it didn't hit TP, you know exactly why it didn't. It was because it was respecting continuation structure, right? But fire, guys. That right there, fire. Now, that's the thing, right? You guys are going to be back testing and understand that the market will give you sell and buy opportunities just like it did here. But which one should you be taking? For me, I'm always going with the trend. I'm always going to be going with the trend. I would rather get stop lossed going with the trend than going against it, because I was trying to flow with the current than against the current. Give me a 2 if that makes sense, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Fire, guys. Fire call. Fire Friday, guys. Guys, back test. Don't just watch me back test. A lot of you guys know what you guys are doing now. It's not about watching Go Live and Zoom anymore. You guys know everything you guys need to know. You guys, yes, you guys can go ahead and watch and look for some bias and make sure that your bias aligns with your mentor and educator. But at some point, there isn't going to be the next best jam. There isn't going to be the next best aha, the next best light bulb moment. You know all the information. As soon as you reach a certain point, I'm saying, right? If you're a beginner, there's still more you need to know. But as soon as you hit past intermediate, now you're advanced. Even within intermediate, like, you know everything you need to know. It's all about the reps. So don't just watch me back test for you guys. Don't just watch Neri back test for you guys, right? Get your hands dirty. Take the losses. It's okay. It's fake money. Watch it though. Jot down, man, am I emotional? Did I revenge trade? Did I over leverage right now? Did I stack too many in one area? Guys, back test it. I promise you, the people who back test the most for the rest of the year, I could almost put my account on this. The people who back test the most for the rest of the year, 2026 is going to be their breakout year. I could almost put my account on this because you're seeing the reps. Imagine how many setups you can see before the year ends. Imagine how many setups you can see before the year ends. There's only so many quality setups within the week, within the months, within the year. And if you backtest, you're going to see a lot of quality setups and a lot of trashy setups. And for 2026, your guys' intuition, your guys' emotion, and you guys, the way you guys attack trades and scale in and out of trades is going to be a whole lot different. I promise you. right? So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Be Steph Curry on the charts. I mean, that's how you know I'm a little old because I'm about Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you guys, but when you throw stuff in the trash, you ain't saying Curry. You ain't saying Curry, bro. Stop it. It's Kobe. Kobe. You feel me? With that being said, you guys have a great weekend. I will see you guys on Monday. Peace and love, fam.